Good evening, everyone. This is Gloria, and welcome to my channel. Yay! I'm so happy. It is evening time, and I'm making a card. Usually, I always start out my videos saying good morning, because I wake up a little bit earlier in the morning and I do my cards. But today is nighttime, so let's get started. I'm going to do a Halloween card, and this is the paper pad that I'm using, and this is a K & Company paper stack. And this was last year's paper stack. Was it last year's or the years before? I think it was last year's. But anyway, this is the paper pad that I'm using. And the paper that I'm going to be using in this stack is this gorgeous, gorgeous star paper. And it's orange. So let's get started, guys. I have this purple cardstock. And it is 5.5 by 11, and we're going to score it at 5.5 in the middle. And this is going to be a 5.5 by 5.5 square card. Okay, so let's score it at 5.5. Okay, and let's start putting our Halloween card together. I thought this was so cute. Now, I'm not using a Cricut cartridge. I'm using punches and one cut off of the silhouette. The other day, I ended up letting you guys know where I got my cut from, and a lady messaged me, and I think, if I can recall, her name started with an S, but I can't figure it right now off on camera, but I'm going to have to get back to her and private message her, because she had asked me that I had gave her the site, and she went to go look for it, and she could not find it. So, just to let you guys know, the file is from Mrs. Kate's Cuttables Designs. Now, you got to definitely put designs at the end of Mrs. Kate's Cuttables. I probably didn't say that in my video because I start to ramble and then I go to the next subject, and I'm like really sorry about that, guys. So, here I go rambling again. So, let's start doing this card. So, this is my purple card base. And I'm going to have my card, not portrait, but landscape. Well, this is, yeah, this way. Okay, so let's start decorating the inside. Now, for the inside, I have this orange cardstock. And I have this green cardstock. And what I did with the green cardstock is that I used my Tim Holtz Alteration Halloween folder, and it's made from Sizzix. And what I just did the bottom half of it, and I wanted it to say spiders, haunted, trick or treat, bulls and spooks, and Halloween, because then it says Friday the 31st, candy and bats and costumes. I didn't want that, so I just did half of it. But before I do that, I have this border that I end up punching, and I end up using this EK Success Ghost Punch, and I cut it out of a kind of glossy, kind of pearlized paper. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tape it right over this one, and it's going to look just like that. So, let me do that really quick. I hope everyone's having a great evening. Today was awesome. I picked up my son early from school instead of him taking the bus. And then I went to the supermarket and we got a whole lot of stuff. And tonight I ended up making some lasagna. And my husband been wanting lasagna for a little bit, and I haven't been making it. The last time I made it, I think my nephew was here. And that was just a little ways. But anyway, I gotta make sure I'm in camera, because sometimes I tend to sneak out of it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna adhere this to my orange layer. Just like that. Flat. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna adhere this. Oh my god, no, I just didn't do that. Okay. And then I'm going to adhere this to my purple cardstock. But before I do that, I want to kind of take the fringes off of this really quick. And I just need to find my scissors, which I had them here. Oh, guys. Okay, I guess I won't even bother looking for it. So now I'm just going to adhere this straight down to my card base. You know, but it seems like it's missing something. It's missing something. It's missing something. Give me a second. Okay, I found out what it was missing. It was missing a coordinating color. Sometimes one layer on your cards is not enough. Okay, so now that looks so much better. So now I'm just going to adhere this down again, but a different color, guys, to my base. Just trying to put it even. And sometimes when you think it's even, it's really not. So just give me a little second. And I'll be done trying to make this look even. Okay, there we go. Now, for my sentiment in the inside, I am using the new Creative Time with Emma Holiday Ticket Coronation Stitch Die, Fun Die. But I'm not using the die. I'm just going to use the sentiment. And the sentiment that I'm going to use is Goblin. And celebrate your inner goblin. So I thought that was really cute. So, you know, let me try the Stays On. Because the other one I did, I kind of re-inked my Stays On ink. And at first it still was dry and not doing too good. But then I re-inked it again and it got better. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp the inside. Celebrate your inner goblin. Woo! Oh, I'm like way off camera. Okay, and I already inked it up with my Stays On. So now I'm just going to put it right here in the middle. You see, sometimes it's still and you see it didn't come out right. But I will fix that later, so don't worry about it. I'm not going to do anything. So that's the stamp that I'm going to use for the inside, okay? So you see, sometimes my Stays On works and sometimes it don't. The one that I did in the front worked perfect. But it happens. But don't worry about it. I can fix that, guys, okay? I'm really good at fixing the mistakes that I do on camera. Sometimes I can't. What I end up doing is tearing the whole card up and starting all over. Just give me a second. I want to take the Stays On off of my, the ink off of my stamps. Because the Stays On kind of stains your stamps. And I'm not going to go spend money on the Stays On wipeable ink because that does the same just like the wipies. All you gotta do is just wipe them. Okay, so let's start decorating the outside. Now for the outside card, man, this card is awesome already. Besides that, see the little boo-boo? What I'll probably do is probably go through it with let me show you guys. You could do a Sharpie pen. If not a Sharpie pen, a Martha Stewart precision pen. And, you know, just go over it a little bit. You could do it that way too, and that'll work also. Okay, now for the front of my card, let me get this all together first because it dropped and all my pieces fell. I just want to make sure that I'm going to get all my pieces. Okay. Okay, I also want to put some bats. I forgot about the bats. So I end up using my EK Success bat punch right here, and it cuts out 3 different sizes. Oh, there's so much glare. It cuts out 3 different sizes. I hope you can see. And what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna add just a couple. And then a small one. So let me glue the back of them. Okay. So now in the front, I have the 3 pattern papers. I got the orange, the green, and this is the pattern paper that I'm using out of that paper stack, and it all coordinates together. And this is double-sided paper, so you can use the other side if you want too. That'll match also. But I thought this orange star one really looked really cute. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere this to my orange, and then the orange to my purple base. Guys, I had tried my hands on another card, and I wanted to see, but you know, before I do any cards, if I'm going to do a different card, I like to try it out first. And I tried out my first waterfall card. Oh my god, I'm like so loving that style, but it's so thin. That's the only thing. It only uses a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 sheet of paper, and then a layer, and then, you know, the waterfall card, and that's it. And that, in order for you to do a card like that, you definitely need to have a really strong cardstock. A really, really strong cardstock. A cardstock like Paper Tray Ink or something. And I think Paper Tray Ink is the only place that has 110-pound cardstock in color, of course. I mean, Stampin' Up! Cardstock is not that bad either. Oh my god, for some reason I can't get this straight. I can't believe I'm doing a card at night. It feels awkward. Definitely awkward. Okay, so there goes my base. Now, I end up using my 2-inch circle punch from Marvy, I think it is from. And I cut out this moon, and I'm going to adhere the moon right there. And then I used something else, and I can't remember what I did with it. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to try something else. Okay, so let's adhere my moon down. You know, let me kind of lower down my okay, so there goes my moon. Just give me a second. Let me lower my camera down. It's going to be a little bit wobbly. Just a little bit. Okay. So there goes my moon. And with that being said, I have the same bats that I end up cutting out of glitter. But I'm also going to cut some other. Because the 3 little ones that I got there is not enough. Oops, sorry. Okay. So now I'm going to alternate these, and I'm going to try to put them in, you know, looking like they're right in front of the moon. And I'm going to put one off to the side right over here. Okay, and then I cut some out also out of glitter. And I got a big one. The glue turns the paper orange. That's different. Well, it happens. It's sort of like this black cardstock that I have. I think it's the recollections too. Whenever you put glue and you put it on a white a lighter piece of paper, it kind of shows off the brown. Now I end up using my medium. Yeah, it's the medium cloud punch from Friskers, and I cut out some clouds out of some Nightfall cardstock. I'm gonna adhere one right back here. And then I'm going to adhere another one, but it's going to be on top of the circle. It's going to be like right there. Then I have this silver metallic paper that I end up cutting out some clouds out of. And I'm going to add one right here. Just like that. Okay, and then I have another metallic paper, and I'm going to put that one right up here. So I hope everyone's having a really good night. It's definitely different crafting at night, I could tell you right now, guys. I mean, but anytime you got time to craft is a good time, so. Okay, so now I have my scene going on. Okay. now I might get this. I might add this too. Okay. So I have this Martha Stewart chipboard, and this was a ghost, and I figured, you know, I've been having these for about 2 years and I never used them, and I'm like, you know, today's the perfect time to use them. So I'm gonna glue that down, and I'm gonna use my quick dry, because since this is a heavier chipboard, I could probably use score tape too. Should I use score tape? You know, that probably will be better. Oh, I don't even have to use no score tape. This is adhesive back. I just wasted a piece of my score tape. Let me see. You know, I'm still going to add a piece, just to make it stronger. You know, because this is a heavier chipboard. And it's much heavier. So you want to make sure that it holds its weight. Okay. So I put now I'm just going to adhere this down right there. I'm not going to press on it because I might move it. I'm not sure. So okay, on Mrs. Cake Cuttable, I end up cutting out this haunted house, and I cut this out at 3 1/4 inch. And what I did, I end up using my Martha Stewart black onyx glitter. I ran this through my Xyron machine, and then I put glitter on it. And then what I did, I have this Martha Stewart, it's called Midnight. It has little tiny stars in it, and it comes in a pack like this, and it's from Martha Stewart. And so what I did, I tried to use the glitter that came with it to do it, but it didn't come out. It just wasn't sticking at all. So what I did, I said, okay, well, I'll just glue it black with the onyx, and then I'll just pick the stars out and then hand glue them down. So you see how cute that came out? That came out so stinking cute. Oh my god, I'm loving it. Okay, so now with this, I want to pop this up, because since I got my gentleman there, but I gotta see if I got it right. And I think that's just about right. Perfect. Okay, so I want to pop this up. Just gotta make a little incision because I don't want to kind of cover anything up. Just like that. Oh, all my stamps fell. Things always go wrong when you're on film. It don't never fail. Okay, so now I'm gonna adhere this down. Okay, so I guess I'm ready to push him down so he stay. I'm bending my little... But ain't that cute? Look at the spider web. That was so hard to do. It had another spider web on this side, but it'll cut one but won't cut the other. So what I did, I just trimmed it off. I says we got a couple of spider webs there. That's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to adhere that right there. Just like that. Now, I have my, what am I looking for? I am looking for, I want to put up a fence really quick. And maybe if I use a piece of this, it will probably be perfect. And you know, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just give me a second. I'm cutting it now. And then I'm going to use my Martha Stewart Creepy Punch fence. Or Haunted Fence. Creepy Punch, I think it is. And I'm just going to punch this out really quick. Okay. And I just got one more to do. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim it down, and I'm going to have that right in front of the house. But you see, now I want to like kind of, if I can, I won't be able to. So I think I'll just trim this down to like 1/2 inch. And then I'm gonna cover it from one side to the other, so right there. I'll trim off this end. Just like that. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, let me throw this out. Because those little pieces, they make a mess all over the floor. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this up. Okay, so I'm going to use my pop dots for that. I'm going to use my small ones because they're like the perfect size for this. I might have to cut them. They seem a little bit too long. Boy, I'm having so fun making this video. I can't believe it's 27 minutes already in. You know, I remember when I was first seeing some videos and stuff like that. I didn't really know exactly how long it took to make a card on video. Because when you're making them off video, you go really quick. But when you're doing it on video, you got to conversate. You got to talk. You know, because I've seen some videos that people don't talk, and I don't get interested in it. I mean, the projects that they make, they're alright, but, you know, you gotta have a little chit-chat in it. No matter what you do, you gotta wheel them in. You gotta keep them interested. Okay, now where's my, okay, down here. Okay, so now I'm just going to adhere this down. Now this was an add-on, guys. That's why it's taking a little bit longer, because if not, I probably would have been done by now. So now I just want to adhere this down here. Just like that. Okay, that looks really good. Oh my god. Now, on the same file, I cut out, which it has a little ghost that it comes out of the house, and then I end up adding that other ghost because the sentiment that I got is going to like be perfect. So I got this on some foam tape. And I'm just going to kind of put it like in an angle like that. And it's going to go right there. And then, let me kind of focus it in a little bit. And then I end up using the tiny tags. Teeny tag greetings from My Creative Time with Emma. And I end up using that. And the sentiment that I end up using to add on there was... another My Creative Time with treats for my sweets, and the sentiment that I use is just say boo. And I thought that came out really, really cute. So with the teeny tiny sentiment greetings, you have these dies that you cut out the banners with. So I end up cutting that out, and I cut that out of purple. So there goes my banner. You see, this was the Stays on ink I used earlier. And it was just a little while ago when I stamped it, before I started recording. So I think I'm just going to go invest in another Stays on ink. And I spent, what, it was $13 on the refills, and they suck. Excuse me. And I've done tutorials to see how to do them, and it still came out wrong. So just give me a second. I just want to add one more thing. Well, there goes that one more thing. Yeah, I'm alright. Thank you. I end up getting this twine from the Trendy Twine, and it's the grape licorice, and it's made by Annie's Paper Boutique. So what I want to do, I just want to cut a piece, and I kind of want to run it through here. Got such a small hole, I need a little help. Okay. And then I just want to tuck it in, and I want to make like a little tie at the end. Okay, so this is a little bit too long. Can I make a bow? If I could make a bow, I don't have to cut it out. Cut no more. Perfect. Just need to trim off a little bit. So now with this, I want to put it right here, like the ghost is saying, just say boo. And then the ghost up here saying boo, boo. Oh my God, sometimes I wonder where I'd be thinking all these stuff from. It's so fun though, guys. I gotta tell you, it's actually really fun. I have a blast making this up. And when I make my cards, a lot of times I think way outside the box. Okay, and then this last bat I'm gonna add right here to the silver metallic paper. And that looks good right there though. Okay guys, well there goes my Halloween card. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you. Please thumb me up. You know, press the like button. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, you know, word of mouth, give advertisement, let everybody know about us. Because like I said earlier in one of my other videos, there's a lot of crafters on YouTube that nobody don't know about, okay? So, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed my card. I'm sorry it's a little bit longer than usual, but, you know, it happens. When you have fun creating something, time is endless. Oh, my sign. I gotta glue it down. But there you go, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much, and have a blessed night. Good night, guys. Bye. See you soon.